It couldn't be further from the truth. There's no accurate information that I've never talked to that guy in my life. So from here on out, my main focus is Jacksonville, and if you guys want to talk about that, you can talk to the guys upstairs or my agent, Joe Linta, I think some of you know. And from here on out, I'm on to Jacksonville.
Well, what about Jacksonville? They get a lot of sacks. I mean, defense seems to get after them.
Yeah, well, you look at their head coach comes from Seattle, and you can see the references there. They have they don't blitz a ton, and they're getting home with their four D linemen. Their front seven is very solid. You got Paul Posluszny leading that group, and Red Bryant and guys like that, and they get after the quarterback without having to pressure. And when you can do that, it makes it tough on offense. And you look at their scheme wise, and they do a lot of the same things over and over again, but they do it really well. And they dare you to beat them, and that's what we have to go in there with the mentality to do that.
Yeah, they've given up a lot of points. How are they inconsistent then defensively?
I don't think so. I think I'm only watching the defensive side of the ball, but from what I've heard, they're on the field a lot. So I think with any defense, when you're out there battling, you're going to give up some players. It's inevitable in this league. And you watch a game like Indianapolis, and you're sitting there, and I think it's the second quarter, and it's 7-0, and the next thing you look up and it's 30. Indianapolis has scored 30. So I think there's an opportunity to hit some plays on them, but they're definitely going to make you earn everything, and they keep everything in front of them. So I don't expect to see us do what we did last week, where we're hitting plays over the top like we did.
You and the offense are performing at a high level. How do you take it up a notch?
Just continue to get better. I think for as well as we've played, we can play so much better. You sit there and watch the film, and you see missed throws, you see missed cuts from the backs, you see missed protections, and that's the best thing about it is we're playing well and we can get better. And you have to have that mentality where you can't just sit back and say, yeah, we're pretty good. We're averaging 20-some points a game, and we're 3-2. And I think that's where teams, especially teams like in our situation where you haven't had a lot of success, you might sit back and say, hey, we're doing all right. But I think great teams, they work harder when they put themselves in these situations, and I think we've done that. I think coach has stayed on top of it with us, and we went out and had a great day today, and we're sharp and focused, and we have to continue to do that throughout the rest of the season.
Brian, it seems like the added creativity and the involvement of the offense, how much would you attribute that to you and Kyle really being in a good groove and adding things with each other week by week?
Yeah, I think I've said it before. As each day goes on, and you get through some of these games, and you see, you get a feel. I get a feel for how Kyle wants to call the game. He gets a feel for plays that I like and that I'm comfortable with, and he trusts me a little bit more. I think you see our offense open up, and a lot of it. I think what Kyle does a great job is marrying things together. So one play may look like this, and then you have three plays that look this, at the snap of the ball, they look the same, and we're doing a bunch of different things. And I think, the longer we go out and continue to have success, the more we can add and be more creative.
Do you think you guys have a relationship that's unusual?